Now, your primetime local news leader, Fox 22 News at 10.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, the Maine Warden Service has identified the body of the 51-year-old man from Carmel who drowned this morning on Etna Pond. Our Doug Banks joins us now live in studio with details. Doug?
Maine Warden Service has confirmed Carmel Town Manager Kevin Howell fell through the ice of Etna Pond at around 6:30 this morning while on a walk with his 4-year-old son.
At 6:40 this morning, dispatchers were called for a water rescue at 351 Damascus Road in Carmel, the home address of Kevin Howell, Town Manager of Carmel. According to the Maine Warden Service, Howell and his son were crossing a portion of Etna Pond when both of them broke through the ice a third of a mile from their home. The report reads that Howell was able to get his son out of the water and told him to get his mother. When he arrived at the house, the mother called 911 and told her son to stay in the house and rushed to help her husband, but ended up falling through the ice before reaching him. Penobscot Sheriff's Detective Jordan Norton was the first on scene and was able to get the wife out of the water, but couldn't find a trace of where Howell could be. Detective Norton reunited the mother with her son, while Maine Warden Service and the Carmel Fire Department arrived to assist. Divers from the Warden Service found Howell after a 20-minute search. In the wake of a sudden tragedy, the Carmel community remembered a man who put the needs of everyone else before himself.
It will be a tremendous loss for the Carmel community, not only because he's such a mentor to the people that work here. He is a can-do attitude. He had a can-do attitude for residents of the town that wanted to be able to do something.
I just think of how he was so selfless and always wanted to put the community first. He wanted Carmel to be a better community for all the folks that live in it, and he was always just looking a step ahead on making everything better for everybody, whether it be small businesses or the newest family that just moved to town.
Kevin Howell died saving his son. He will be remembered as a family man, a dad, and a great public servant for the town of Carmel. Peter?
Certainly a big loss there for the Carmel community. Thank you, Doug. Meanwhile, a crash in Trenton killed one person and injured 2 others. It happened on Route 3 just before 6 o'clock last night. According to Hancock County Sheriff's Lieutenant Brian Archer, 19-year-old Gage Johnson of Mount Desert was driving at a high rate of speed and passed another vehicle. Archer says when Johnson re-entered the southbound lane, he lost control and overcorrected. According to Archer, Johnson's car spun 180 degrees in the northbound lane and then traveled backwards, striking a vehicle driven by 28-year-old Ashley Gardner of Bar Harbor. Johnson died at the scene. Gardner and her passenger were taken to the hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Archer says speed has been determined to be a factor in the crash. The Maine Department of Health and Human Services has faced harsh criticism from lawmakers over what they call a broken and failed child welfare system, including calls to separate the Office of Child and Family Services from DHHS. Our Augusta reporter Corey Bouchard spoke with one of the lawmakers leading that charge.
Senator Jeff Timberlake is a member of the Government Oversight Committee, which has been investigating alleged failures and shortcomings of the Maine DHHS and child welfare system. According to the department, they have been listening to testimony and suggestions given at committee hearings and are working to make improvements to help better serve and protect children.
It's the old statement, time will tell. Do I think we're moving in the right direction? I think we're being heard, but I think that if they don't break up the department, no, we won't be moving in the right way. I think the only way you can make the changes, and you heard from the majority of the committee today, agreed, and it was bipartisan, that needs to happen.
Jean Lambrew, the commissioner of DHHS, says times have changed and she would be open to supporting the idea if it's what's best for Maine children.
We are open to ideas if an in-depth analysis says that making this change and the cost that comes with it will do more for children and families than a separate department. We look forward to the review. The bill is at the Health and Human Services Committee, and any data that show that children will be better off will convince us to support it.
Recently, Bobby Johnson, a 28-year veteran of OCFS, was named as the permanent director after serving as interim director when the previous director resigned. Senator Timberlake isn't convinced she's the right person for the job.
You know, if I pull somebody from within and I'm looking for change and they've been part of part of the problem, let's say, to begin with, then you don't change the solution to the problem.
With growing bipartisan support, the issue of separating the Office of Child and Family Services from DHHS is likely to be taken up by the full legislature sometime before the end of this legislative session. At the State House, I'm Corey Bouchard for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
An update now from a story we told you about earlier this week, the investigation of white powder sent to the Cross Building in Augusta. An investigation led by the Bureau of Motor Vehicles Enforcement Division regarding the suspicious envelope containing white powder opened on Tuesday at the Bureau of Corporations, Elections, and Commissions has determined that it did not appear to have been an intentional act. According to the Secretary of State's office, no charges will be filed. People who work in the building but declined to be interviewed on camera said they are concerned by the lack of emergency action plans or evacuations at what could have been a serious chemical or biological incident. Last November, Maine voters overwhelmingly supported the right to repair ballot question. Now changes may be coming to the newly enacted law. Members of the Committee on Innovation, Development, Economic Advancement, and Business are considering a bill that would seek to clarify Maine's right to repair law regarding vehicle diagnostic and repair information. Committee members are concerned that voters weren't informed about who would control the data and how it would be safeguarded.
I'm very doubtful about that the vote, the 84% vote we saw. People were saying, yes, I want my automotive data to go to a government-sanctioned industry organization. I would be shocked if more than 10% knew that.
One of the ideas brought by committee members would be to have an independent quasi-government agency overseen by the legislature that would be required to act in the consumer's best interest. A Herman parent is still looking for answers following a ransomware attack on the Herman School Department last November. Our Matthew Jurancic spoke with him.
It's scary knowing that one hacker, one virus, one software download can lead your information to being stolen and shared across the internet. When Greg Newell learned that his kid's information was part of a ransomware attack, he decided to speak up.
I would not want my daughter or son's picture out there on the internet.
According to Herman School Department documents, the cyber attack happened on November 5th. The Herman School Department says it immediately took steps to secure its network. An investigation conducted by its third-party provider found that data stored on PowerSchool, a cloud-based software that the school uses, was accessed. This compromised information included student names, identification numbers, and student evaluations. But Newell says what he found when he looked into the incident was, in his opinion, way worse than the parents were told by the department.
PowerSchool holds kids' pictures, their birth date, their address, the parent's phone number, potentially their social security number.
Newell brought his concerns to the town council. Steve Thomas, a Herman town council member, said he wasn't surprised that something like this happened.
This has been a concern of the council for a number of years, the security of the network. We have tried to work with the school committee since 2021 to complete an audit and try to tighten up the system, and at this point we still haven't had a whole lot of success.
Newell says he hopes department officials will share more information during the next town council meeting scheduled for February 1st. We reached out to the Herman superintendent, but he did not want to comment on the matter. In Herman, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
Bangor Public Works has been out all day making sure roads are safe for travel. The department is responsible for maintaining roughly 300 miles of roadway. Public Works Director Aaron Hootery says they deployed about 20 trucks as soon as the snow started falling.
The idea is to get those trucks out early in the storm, get some salt down on the road. That salt melts as the snow hits it and creates a little bit of a water layer in there and keeps the rest of the snow from sticking. Makes it a lot easier to maintain the roads.
Hootery says they'll add some more salt to the roads throughout the night as temperatures continue to drop to help prevent an ice layer from forming. He says the best way for residents to help them do their jobs efficiently, make sure you follow the city's parking guidelines and move your trash bins away from the roadways. Some helpful tips there to help them get the important job done of keeping our roads clear. All right, well, Things are pretty messy out there as we speak. So let's take a first check of our forecast now and see what else is coming our way tonight.
Thank you so much, Peter. And wow, now it's time to finally dig out, right? We did see a little bit over 3 inches of snow in town, a little bit higher totals up north. We're not quite done just yet. The official snowfall totals will be coming in overnight and then by tomorrow morning. Visibility-wise, though, we're still a little bit low. Please slow down. It is some very dense fog. Also, some snow as well. 2 miles in town, 2 miles in Millinocket as well. Right by the coast, though, not too bad, right? We got Rockland, Bar Harbor into Machias. Visibilities are at around 10 miles. Earlier today, though, high temperatures slightly above freezing. So, of course, the snow was wet right by the coast as well. Up north, though, we got Millinocket up into Greenville like we were thinking. Temperatures below freezing. Winds are pretty calm, anywhere between 5-10 miles per hour all over the state. That's going to continue overnight tonight. Temperatures will be dipping below freezing. Be careful out there. It's going to be slick. We will continue to see some scattered flurries. Peter?
Alrighty, Conrad, thank you. We'll check in a bit. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, approximately 95,000 Mainers are on track to lose an internet access subsidy, many now calling on the legislature to act. And the organizations that provide heating assistance to Mainers say they're struggling to keep up with demand. Our David Ledford will have that story when we come right back.
When you've experienced fire and smoke damage in your home, when pipes break and you have water everywhere, when you're concerned about your family's health because of mold, you need a friendly face to take care of it all. You need the friendly faces of Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. We're just a click or call away. Whatever life throws at you, Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration is here for you. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration. You keep the memories. We'll handle the rest.
I got hurt in a car accident. Give me one good reason why I should call the twos.
How about 3 great reasons you should call us? 1, we make it easy. You can sign up with our e-sign program or we can come to you. 2, there's no upfront cost. Read the result. Just listen to this.
Lowry & Associates got me $475,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do you do? Call 222-2222.
For years, I've been inviting you to do business with Down East Toyota. Now let's hear from a customer.
I bought from Down East in 2022. My local Toyota dealer was charging $5,000 to $10,000 over MSRP, and Down East never charged more than MSRP. Every bit of my experience has felt honest and transparent and never once felt pushy. If you're in the market, consider giving them your business, even if it means traveling a little further. You won't be disappointed.
Thanks, Joe. We hope you'll soon discover that all roads lead to Down East on Wilson Street in Brewer.
Family owned and operating in the Bangor area for more than 10 years. Crosby's Welding is here to help you. We specialize in steel, stainless steel, and aluminum welding and fabrication. We serve many of the local industries from Maine lobstermen to the commercial trucking industry and everything in between. Fully mobile on-site construction services right down to custom signs and fire pits. Fast, friendly, reliable service. Give us a call today for a free estimate. 974-7815.
Notre Dame, big time maneuver, takes on Paige Beckers and 8th ranked UConn. Can you believe this? Fox Primetime Hoops, Saturday at 8 Eastern.
Get ready for the NFC Championship game on Fox. Jared Goff has the Lions 1 win away from their first ever Super Bowl appearance. Now they'll take on Christian McCaffrey and the top-seeded Niners. Touchdown! The NFC Championship, Sunday on Fox.
Welcome back. Roughly 1 in 6 Maine households is getting help paying for high-speed internet. But that federal program created by the bipartisan infrastructure law could run out of money in just a few months. As Mal Meyer explains, advocates are urging Congress to act.
The Affordable Connectivity Program has helped millions save $30 to $75 each month on internet and get $100 off an eligible device. Without more funding, its end may affect us all, even if you don't receive the benefit.
It's been great.
Matthew St. Thomas says the discounts helped him do mobile banking, order food, and get video streaming.
The program is vital for rural Mainers.
He found that out especially after recent storms.
You need the online access to not only document the damage, but to be able to upload those to websites to get necessary help.
But advocates and the White House warn funding could run out in April or May.
Yesterday was the deadline for providers to send out the first of 3 notices that the program is coming to an end soon.
To qualify, your household has to be at 200% or less of the federal poverty guidelines or fit other criteria.
These are households that are the most vulnerable in our society and would face the greatest level of financial burden from the loss of an internet connection.
And that would have ripple effects.
If households are not able to afford that service because this program goes away, then it becomes more difficult for our providers to provide service in rural Maine.
But a bipartisan bill would provide $7 billion for the ACP. Senator King and Representatives Pingree and Golden are supporting it.
We expect that would get us through the end of 2024 based on how much is still remaining.
Beth Matthews wants it to continue.
It's crucial for her education.
Her daughter is homeschooled. They switched providers just to get the discount. What would it be like for your family to lose this benefit?
It would probably come out of the food budget. We're sort of shifting money around because the cost of living just keeps going up and up and up.
For now, people have through February 7th to sign up.
That was Mal Meyer reporting. As temperatures continue to drop, more and more Mainers need help heating their homes. But the agencies that provide that help are struggling to meet demand. Our David Ledford has more.
A lot of people are having to make the choice between whether they're going to be able to heat their homes or they're going to put food on their table.
Community action agencies like Penquist Cap and Downey's Community Partners are getting less funding to keep families warm during the colder months. But the demand for heating assistance is high. Officials say applications for the Home Energy Assistance Program are up 8% across the state.
Penquist has taken over 1,400 more new applications this year than we had from last year. We've done almost 9,000 this year.
We're seeing an uptick in application, a decrease in benefit.
According to Maine Housing, the Home Energy Assistance Program received extra state and federal funding for the previous 2 winters, which resulted in a larger benefit for eligible households. However, Maine Housing representatives say that funding has dipped back to pre-pandemic levels, leaving roughly $40 million to be distributed for the year.
Payments are half of what they were from last season. So an average payment from last season was $1,100, and now it's down to $550.
Now, agencies are asking for help to make sure everyone stays warm this winter.
And we're getting kind of low on our emergency funds, so now we're working into our discretionary fund. So we're really looking for help.
We all appreciate being warm in our homes each and every night, and we should want that for all of our fellow Mainers.
To learn how you can donate, visit our website, foxbangor.com. In Bangor, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Those winter storms we experienced earlier this month had detrimental impacts on the American Red Cross blood supply. According to the Red Cross, due to those storms, nearly 15,000 donations went uncollected, making the current emergency blood shortage even worse. The executive director of the American Red Cross Northern and Eastern Maine, Caroline King, says it's incredibly important to make an appointment and donate now more than ever.
We have so many open appointments right now, hundreds of open appointments. We are counting on people to come out and give blood. Every day we need 300 people to give blood in the state of Maine, and we're just not seeing that many folks.
Bangor High School hosted its very own drive this morning to help with that shortage. Cerise Molina helped organize the event. She also donated for the first time.
I mean, I'm donating right now just because personally I want to, and also one day I want people to see that I did it. I want them to be like, I want to do it too, you know?
Spoken like a true leader there. Meanwhile, the University of Maine has created quite the night to remember. Through a partnership with History Live Northeast and with the help of many students at the university, the UMaine Innovative Media Research and Commercialization Center produced a life-size replica of a medieval knight's tomb effigy. The project took over 2 years to finish, but UMaine creative research engineer Sean Taylor says every day was an excellent learning experience for the students who worked on it.
It's not often that you get to do something that you dream about,
I'm super into creativity and solving problems and how to get things done. And this gave us the perfect opportunity. That's why I talked them into it.
The sculpture will travel around the state along with other artifacts and replications to help Maine students learn more about the age of chivalry. To learn more, you can follow the link on this story on our website, foxbangor.com. And coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, we'll have the latest on Israel's war with Hamas, including ongoing calls to protect civilians. And former President Trump is ordered to pay writer E. Jean Carroll more than $80 million for defaming her. We'll have those stories and more when we come right back.
Whether it's coaching kids soccer, volunteering at the local firehouse, helping out at the food pantry, or providing the children of our employees with scholarships, the New England Toyota dealers and the thousands of people we employ play a role in lifting up the community. We're proud to serve you and to be part of those things that benefit us all. Toyota. Let's go places.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
CEM DP Porter Contractors have been in business for more than 40 years. We have recently added an electrical division to further be of service to our loyal customers. CEM specializes in design build for commercial and residential projects. Whether you need help with older construction, new build-outs, or electrical services, CEM has you covered. CEM is currently hiring for all positions. We offer competitive pay as well as great benefits. To inquire about employment or construction, please reach out to 848-7486 or visit CEMMaine.com.
Your favorite restaurants were half off. It's half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7. Go to foxbangor.com, click on half off dining, and start saving now.
Great things are always cooking at the Ground. New menu, new specials, with an amazing variety of choices for every taste. Good times, great service, and amazing food. Only at your locally owned Ground, Odland Road, Bangor.
Great restaurants from all over Eastern Maine at half off dining from Fox 22 and ABC 7.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
As the war rages on in Gaza, a top court is asking Israeli forces to protect civilians. It comes as international mediators continue to work toward a potential hostage release deal. Fox's Alex Hogan with that story.
The court deems it necessary to emphasize that all parties to the conflict in the Gaza Strip are bound by international humanitarian law.
The United Nations top court urging Israel to prevent acts of genocide in Gaza. The International Court of Justice handing down the preliminary ruling on Friday after deciding not to throw out the case brought by South Africa. A decision on whether Israel is guilty of committing genocide could take years, but for now the judges are stopping short of ordering a ceasefire and instead are asking Israel to contain deaths and allow aid into Gaza.
Israel must submit a report to the court on all measures taken to give effect to this order within 1 month as from the date of this order.
The debate comes as the country faces pressure to protect civilians in the Gaza Strip. On Thursday, the Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry accused Israeli forces of striking a crowd waiting for humanitarian aid in Gaza City and killing at least 20 people.
Young people were martyred and other young people were injured. I was hit in my feet and in my hand.
As the war continues, more than 100 hostages remain in Hamas captivity. In the coming days, CIA Director Bill Burns will meet with Israeli, Egyptian, and Qatari negotiators to discuss another release deal.
It continues to be a priority for us, and we'll continue to work at it in close coordination across the interagency as well as with our partners in Israel.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu says the country will continue to defend itself, but will also abide by international law. In Tel Aviv, Israel, Alex Hogan, Fox News.
The verdict is in. Donald Trump owes writer E. Jean Carroll more than $80 million in compensatory and punitive damages after he was found liable of defamation. This comes following days of testimony, with Trump attending most of the proceedings in person. Fox's Connor Hansen with that story.
After a short deliberation, a jury decided former President Donald Trump should pay $83 million in damages.
Trump reportedly walked out of the courtroom while E. Jean Carroll's lawyer spoke. And at one point, the judge told Trump's lawyer, Alina Habba, she was on the verge of getting kicked out. The former president testified for less than 5 minutes. He has spoken out against the case, claiming it's unfair.
This whole thing is rigged, election interference.
Carroll, a former magazine columnist, is seeking damages against Trump for statements he made in 2019. The jury was asked to decide how much Trump should pay. Carroll's lawyer asked for $12 million.
And I frankly am the one that suffered damages. I should be given money.
Back in May, a different jury found Trump liable for sexually assaulting Carroll in a department store dressing room in the 1990s and then defaming her in 2022. He was ordered to pay her $5 million that time. Trump has denied any wrongdoing in both cases. Over the past 2 weeks, Trump has gone back and forth from the courtroom to the campaign trail.
They want to silence me because I will never silence you.
Carroll's team alleging that Trump is leveraging the case for political gain, writing, quote, "We previously expressed our concern that the defendant would use his testimony in this case to turn the trial into a campaign event." On Friday, Trump canceled an event in Arizona to be in New York for closing arguments. Trump is still facing several other federal and civil cases. In New York, Connor Hansen, Fox News.
After much controversy, Boeing jets are set to resume flying this weekend after the Federal Aviation Administration's review. Alaska Airlines plans to resume flights on Friday. United Airlines plans to resume them on Sunday. Representatives from Boeing Commercial Airplanes addressing the issues on Thursday.
We, the Boeing company, are under a tremendous amount of scrutiny, and what I will say is rightly so. The accident was serious.
The most powerful tool we have is our people. The most powerful tool you have today is you speaking up. Use your voice. That's the most powerful tool we have.
These are the only two U.S. airlines that use the Boeing 737 MAX 9 jetliner model, which were grounded after a panel blew out midair on one of the planes earlier this month. Boeing employees participated in a day-long stand-down to deal with the quality issues of the plane. The FAA is explaining so long as the new inspection process is followed, they are confident the airplanes are safe to fly. Some Gen Zers are taking part in a trend called loud budgeting, which has younger people boasting about their budgeting techniques. Fox Business's Jeff Flock is in Princeton, New Jersey with that story.
You remember that old saying, if you got it, flaunt it? Well, now, according to Gen Zers, the new phrase is, if you don't got it, flaunt it. That's what's happening on TikTok these days. Gen Zers and millennials posting videos celebrating the fact that they're not spending money, that they're saving it, that they're building an emergency fund. We didn't see this one coming. Here's an example of what they now call loud budgeting.
Number one is you're going to stop the Delulu spending and we're going to start living within our means. It is okay if you don't go on that vacation. It is okay if you don't have the latest handbag. It is okay if you don't buy that latest skincare product.
And it comes not a moment too soon. You know, debt among all generations was up in 2023, but most among Gen Z up almost double digits. Millennials up 4%, Gen X up 6%, and baby boomers like me 2.3%. Personal finance experts saying loud budgeting should be celebrated.
So much of social media is selling us things, selling us a facade, causing us to spend more money, right, and stay addicted to this kind of consumerism. And what I love about loud budgeting is it's real people saying, listen, enough of that. I need to get my money on track.
An increasing number of Gen Zers were not on track with their money, at least with their credit cards last year. If you look at delinquencies among all generations, Gen Z led the way with delinquencies averaging about 3.5%. That's that line at the top. That green line at the bottom, that is baby boomers. Fewer delinquencies than others. Maybe it's because boomers like me are cheap. On the campus of Princeton University, I'm Jeff Flock with the Fox Business Network.
All right, and when we come right back, we'll have our full 5-day forecast for you. Stay tuned.
As the snow finally moves out of the area, we start to dig out, right? But when are we finally going to see those warmer temperatures back in the forecast? I'll have the timing and more coming up.
Your tips can help bring fugitives to justice. We're giving you real clues to help us catch America's most wanted.
All new Mondays on Fox.
The roar of the crowd, the excitement in the stands, the dedication, passion, and teamwork on the court, driven by the love of the game. From the visions that lead us, the feelings that inspire us, to the roads that bring us together, Coastal Auto Parts, 29 locations in Maine, will get you to the moments that matter most. Get what you need to keep you firing on all cylinders when you sign up for Napa Rewards. Coastal Auto Parts is owned and operated by a Maine family that cares.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
Introducing the Chevy family of SUVs. Do more with tech. Do more with safety. Do more with style. The Chevy family of SUVs. There's one for everything you do. Current qualified lessees can get this Equinox for around $269 a month. Or get $1,500 total cash allowance on this Equinox.
Visit your Maine Chevy dealer.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Berg Activewear, Comfort Shoes and more, K&M Auto Repair, Paramount Paving, R&R Auto Body, and Northwoods Real Estate.
Start with a bang. Invite a bunch of friends, then fill the infield like a rock concert. Mix in some superstar power and turn them loose. A 500-mile all-out fight for NASCAR's biggest prize. That's the Great American Race. The Daytona 500, February 18th. And don't miss the Clash February 4th on Fox.
It's Friday. Welcome back, my friends. Today's weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives one full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks, the nice car and truck people. And all that snow falling earlier today just makes me want to start up that snowmobile and just send it, right? Let's go have some fun. It is middle of winter. Might as well enjoy these outdoor winter recreational activities. Now, the snow is finally making its way out of the area. Now it's starting to head off the coast. Okay, not too bad in our region. Down by Boston, they're getting a little bit of rain. Now things are starting to finally clear up. Still some clouds down south. New York, Washington, D.C. Wow, they were warm. Washington, D.C. was at 80 degrees earlier today. Can you believe that? Just last week, they saw snow on the ground. For our region, different story. We're not talking any 80s anytime soon. Temperatures were back slightly above freezing, around 34. But this snow is finally making its way out of the region, and most of this was snow. Pretty much everything was snow, like we were thinking, with temperatures slightly above freezing. We're going to continue to see a couple of flurries lingering overnight tonight and then into those early morning hours tomorrow. But overall, though, we're going to continue to stay dry by tomorrow. We're going to see some peaks of sunshine as well. So things are going to look pretty good once again. Then by Sunday into Monday, maybe a little bit more snow once again. We'll be back. It does look like most of this is going to stay very light and scattered. We'll keep an eye on things. Now, let's take a look at this, though. Bangor's seasonal snowfall so far this season, we have around 34 inches, not officially this year yet, just because that additional snow we're still going to get, probably going to put us at around 25 inches for the year. Last year, we saw 73 inches and then 64. 2 years ago, 35. That was pretty much what we had all season in 2020 and 2021. And then remember that season, 2019 to 2020, we had that late snowfall on May 9th. We saw a little bit of snow. Of course, we saw a lot more snow than what we had so far this year. Now, that push of warmer air made its way all the way up north. DC, 69. They were at 80 degrees earlier today. Of course, that snow is long gone. Whatever they had on the ground just last week, definitely a whole different scene. That cold air is locked up north. Bitterly cold temperatures all the way into Alaska. We're talking Fairbanks, Alaska at 45 below zero overnight lows, and during the day their highs are around 30 to 35 below zero. Yes, so bitterly cold temperatures up there. That cold air is going to continue to stay up north. We're going to get a little taste of it Monday into Tuesday, low to mid-20s, upper 20s, and then finally into the 30s by middle of next week. For tonight, though, 25 degrees, cloudy skies, a couple of scattered flurries, and snow showers possible for tomorrow. Temperatures near freezing, couple of flurries early. Other than that, decreasing clouds. Our extended forecast outlook does show a little bit more chance of flurries or a snow shower or two on Monday. Other than that, we're going to get cold by Tuesday into Wednesday. Fast break is coming up after the break.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Toyota trains certified technicians. Is that important?
Well, you wouldn't hire just anyone to help you move, would you?
No.
Of course not.
Not again.
Get your Toyota ready for the year's coldest and harshest weather. See your New England Toyota dealer for great service offers to help keep your Toyota dependable and fuel efficient all winter long. Toyota Service Centers. Keep your Toyota a Toyota.
Do you need to replace your old, worn-out windows? Then you need to call Renewal by Andersen today. We're the replacement window division of Andersen, which means you can get your project started right away by scheduling a free in-home consultation. Ask your consultant about pricing options, including our 1-year price lock guarantee quote. Call now to schedule your free design consultation. This fantastic money-saving deal with great financing ends soon. Installation is always included. Call now.
It's high school basketball season, and ABC 7 and Fox 22 are here to keep you up to date with your local scores and highlights during Friday Night Fast Break. Get out and support your hometown teams and look for our sports crew to get your own free Friday Night Fast Break t-shirt courtesy of
Arts Service Center, First National Bank, Jackson Automotive, K&M Auto Repair, Top Notch Detailing, and Triumph Professional Cleaning.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Maine State of the State address coverage. Tuesday starting at 7 on Fox 22.
Who will conquer? The floor.
The Floor, all new Tuesdays on Fox.
This is Friday Night Fast Break, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts, your local Napa Auto Parts dealer.
There's our music. Welcome into Friday Night Fast Break. Tyler Cruz and Ryan Sudol here. Little snow, but there's snow stopping this train, brought to you by Coastal Auto Parts. Ryan, how are you doing besides that joke?
Okay. Getting down to the wire, February 8th is marked as the last day for regular season games, so things starting to heat up despite that cold.
Yeah, despite the temperature, yes, they are. With a few cancellations and postponements tonight, let's take the time to see where we stand ahead of the weekend. Starting in Class AA, Wyndham at the top of the boys, Cheverus right behind them, Portland right behind them, and then Lewiston, Edward Little, Oxford Hills, and Bangor rounding us out. And then for the girls, it is going to be Cheverus at the top of that one when that plays. They are 15-0 on the season. Bangor right behind them at 10-4. Oxford Hills 8-5. Lewiston 8-7. Pretty heavy at the top there. And then the Eddies, Wyndham, and Portland round that class out.
Let's go to Class A now, starting with the boys. Mount Blue at 12-1 at the top. Messalonsky, 16 games already for them. Wow. 12-4 at number 2. Hamden Academy, Nokomis, and Camden Hills 3-4-5. Lawrence, Coney, Skowhegan 6-7-8. Brewer and Gardner round us out there. Now let's go to the girls. Lawrence, dominant, 13-0 at the top. Camden Hills 9-5 at 2. Hamden Academy, Coney, and Brewer at 3-4-5. Skowhegan, Mount Blue, Gardner 6-7-8. Messalonsky and Nokomis, the last two there.
All right, now for the stacked Class B, starting with the boys. Old Town 13-1. Ellsworth right behind them 10-3. Orono, Maranacook, Caribou each also have 3 losses. Herman right there, Foxcroft, Bucksport knocking at the door, Washington Academy and MDI 9-10, and the girls are no different. Stacked at the top there as well. Ellsworth 14-0, Old Town 11-2, and then Belfast, Caribou, MDI right behind them. Presque Isle right there, Maranacook, Erskine, Washington Academy, and Holton. So that's where we will break from those standings. Some Class B games to get to. Ryan, I'll let you take us away.
Okay, let's go down east. The county teams coming down to play Ellsworth and MDI this weekend. Let's start in Eagle territory. The unbeaten Ellsworth girls hosting the Wildcats of Presque Isle, and it was a special night. We'll get to why in just a few moments. First quarter, Ellsworth's Lizzie Bowles going to kick it to Abby Raydell for the corner 3, and this one is going to drop. Later on, Raydell going to find Addison Atherton, gets Bowles at the top of the key for 3, and that one is good.
They're so deep.
Still first. Wildcats with it. Georgiana Curtis, a nice bounce pass underneath around the D to Marion Young, leads to a nice easy lay-in. And here's what made the night special. Second quarter, Ellsworth Junior Grace Giffray, her 1,000th point right here off a 3 from NBA range. She gets it done. Packed house goes nuts, and the Eagles cap it off with a 77-23 win.
It feels great, and I'm even happier that I got to do it with the group of girls I did. They're really special, and they made it a memorable moment for me. It just brings a lot of emotion to all of us because they're all very supportive of me, which is really awesome because I know not everyone has that, so it's a really great feeling.
All right, some great stuff there. That was deep,
I know.
Shot. Wow. Let's go over to the home of the Trojans. MDI hosting Caribou. 2 top 5 teams in the class doing battle. Third quarter, Caribou's Madeline Dupre taking it down the floor herself. She'll pull up from 3-point range and knock it down. Later on, MDI's Emma Simard, the pass to a cutting Molly Gray, wrestles away the loose ball from Dupre and gets Alexandra Hanley for an easy 2. Still in the third, Sophia Brophy with it to Gray in the paint again. Nice little spin move here with the left-handed hook shot. Gets that one to go. Finally, Dupre bringing it down again. She gets it out to Amelia Goddard. Nothing but net. On this 3-pointer, Caribou wins it 49-38. That is their 8th straight victory.
Now back to Ellsworth we go. The boys playing the Wildcats now, trying to rebound off of an upset loss to Herman the other night. Let's start in the second. Ellsworth's Braden King to Chance Mercier, just doing what he does here, spinning and driving to the rim for the deuce. Later on, here's Presque Isle's Jack Buck. Great announcer, by the way.
No relation to Jack Buck.
Yeah, no relation. Maybe. He's double-teamed on the interior, but works his way around the D to get the shot to go. Still second quarter now. Loose ball. Ellsworth's Josiah James Chin gets it and hurls it all the way down the court to Dawson Curtis, who gets the lay-in to go. Finally, crazy play here. It's King, the oop to Curtis. He can't get it to go. It's tipped out to the baseline. James Chin, where'd he come from? He saves it, gets it to Carson Cruz, who kicks it to King for the 3 from the wing. Wow. Ellsworth up big at the half. They win 83-38.
All right, and finally tonight, back this way over in Herman. Hawks, they're hosting the Ponies from Foxcroft. Hawks are downing the pink jerseys tonight, looking for their 2nd straight victory. All right, right off of the jump ball, Hawks with it. Lila Ryan gets it, takes it to the rack, and scores right off the bat. Still early on here, Bella Bowden with the rebound. Up ahead to Rebecca Balmus, and she is going to pull up from mid-range, get that jumper to go. But the Ponies would answer back here. Some good ball movement from Foxcroft. That is going to go out to Sam Ossenfort on the elbow. She kicks it to Madison Kimball. She knocks it in off the glass. But Herman would start hot and stay hot. Izzy Byram over to Madeline Tracy, and she connects from mid-range. Hawks win 45-22. All right, with all the cancellations in the area, here are some games coming up tomorrow since we didn't have a full slate tonight. Girls Class C, George Stevens versus Dexter at 6:30, MCI versus Lincoln at 6, and then Caribou and Ellsworth, that second day of the County Down East doubleheader at 1 p.m. Boys, Hamden and Lawrence play at 5. Those girls play at 7. Oceanside Madomic at 7, and then Caribou versus Ellsworth boys at 2:30. All right, so that is going to wrap up our action, but we promised a look at the standings, and we are not stopping. Let's go to Class C boys here. This one is tight at the top. Machias 13-1. Callis, Fort Kent, and George Stevens behind them. Fort Fairfield, Hodgdon, Matanoka, those top 7, very good. Narragansett, Dexter, PCHS round us out. And then for the girls, Matanoka at the top. This, talk about stack. Dexter 11-1. Hodgdon 12 wins. Fort Kent 9 wins. PVHS, Machias 11-10 wins. And then Mount View, Woodland, Bucksport Central, all viable opponents as well.
Okay, finally now, Class D North boys. Let's go with Southerner Rustic at number 1, 10-4. Skank undefeated, 12-0, number 2. Hill Points are weird. Bangor Christian 10-3 at number 3. Katana and Jonesport Beals and Stearns 4, 5, and 6. Easton, Washburn, and Lee Academy and Shed round us out there. Okay, now for the girls, Southerner Rustic at the top there, no surprise there. Central Rustic, number 2, 9-4. Skank, Jonesport, Beals, and Katahdin, 3, 4, and 5. Wisdom, Bangor Christian, Stearns, 6, 7, and 8. Easton and Deerall Stonington round us out there.
All right, so let's take a little bit of a breath here before we talk some shop. We have a lot to break down, not only from today, but I'll talk some stuff from earlier in the week. It's time for the rebound. All right, Ryan, I will start with you making the trip down east tonight, braving those elements. I thank you for that. Who stood out to you in those 3 games that you saw?
Yeah, those roads were tough. Yes, Caribou girls team. They are my rebound for the night. They made a great run in the tournament last year, and with the pieces that they returned back, they are primed for another one. They're on an 8-game win streak after beating MDI tonight. Can't talk about this team without mentioning Maddie Dupre, true floor general at guard and lengthy, and she can obviously shoot at will. And Amelia Godin, as you saw in the highlight earlier, great shot as well at the guard position. And Levesque, another guard, you'll see her later. Brianna Levesque, she has a great first step to the basket. They are returning a lot of pieces, like I said, from last year, and they look to be a good contender to make it to that regional title game.
Yeah, and if I were one of the top teams in Class B, I would not want to see Caribou in a quarterfinal or semifinal round. All right, I want to backpack off of that and just shift over to Class B North boys. What a week it was, and it's not even over. We still have a few games tomorrow. It feels like the lead up to March Madness, you know, in that conference tournament season in that region, and it's madness. You had Old Town entering the week undefeated. They go down to Ellsworth and get beat. 2 days later, Ellsworth comes over here to Herman. Herman beats them. And we can't talk about Class B North without talking about Orono as well. Here are some highlights. Orono, the defending Class B North champs, they've played Old Town and Ellsworth both close, had leads in the first half in both of those games. Caribou has beaten Orono. They are tight at the top. We get to see them against Ellsworth tomorrow. Just a really, really stacked region. And, you know, there's a lot of teams where you look at that and you think, I wouldn't want to play them with my seed. I wouldn't want to play them one and done.
I don't care what Class B boys basketball, Class B North boys basketball is probably the best quality basketball that you will see.
Yeah, all the games are tight. All the top 10 teams are tight. And it's going to be very fun to watch. And lucky for us, it's all at the Cross Center come February. All right, I am ready for that. There's more to come on Fast Break. You can stay with us.
Jerry's Used Cars has been a family-owned business for more than 30 years, currently in Corinna and Vesey. However, we have changed a little as we are no longer just a buy here, pay here dealership. We now have access to outside financing and also carry utility trailers. We would be happy to assist you with your next vehicle purchase. And don't forget, here at Jerry's Used Cars, we offer an extended warranty. So give us a call at either our Corinna or Vesey location.
Orono is more than just a college town. It's an affordable destination. Welcome to the Orono Arcade, where we have both modern and retro games. And for a new experience, check out our 9-hole blacklight mini golf course. Budget-friendly, fun for the whole family, with 13 restaurants within walking distance. forward to seeing you soon at the Orono Arcade.
Okay, so I'm not sure I could even talk about this, but US Cellular has a new deal where you can get any phone for free. Seriously, wow.
You're so right. That's a totally awesome deal.
I know it's not my business, but I just had to tell you.
My business sense says that's a great deal.
Yeah, maybe we should all keep this to ourselves. No selfies.
Excuse me, it's work. Talk to me.
What a boss.
Get any phone free when you switch to US Cellular. US Cellular, built for us.
There are so many fun things to do in Maine. Now you can enjoy more for less. Check out Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
Healing Hands Massage in Hamden provides professional massage services tailored specifically for our clients. Whether you're looking for relief from chronic pain, stiffness, or just want to treat yourself to a day of relaxation, Healing Hands Massage is the place for you.
There's a limited supply available. It's on sale right now. Save with Half Off Fun from foxbangor.com.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
Let's ball out, baby! The United Football League kicks off March 30th.
All right, welcome back into Friday Night Fast Break. Tyler Cruz here with Ryan Sudol. All done with our action. Let's talk Class C girls. Another stacked conference, and at the top right now is Mattanockhook Academy.
The Lynx are out to one of the best starts in team history behind some great defense and a few young stars. Here's more in this week's Hardwood Spotlight.
We've had our ups and downs, but we've all worked really well together and to get to where we are.
Where Mattanockhook Academy girls basketball is now, perhaps their best spot in team history. 12-2 and a top C North.
We really worked well as a team this year. We're all a pretty tight-knit group, and I think that's really important.
The biggest part of the Lynx's game is their defense, which grabs more steals and rebounds than one can count. Having 3 6-footers certainly helps a lot.
Just having that length helps us make the offense make bad decisions.
And once they get into transition, forget it. It's like clockwork at the rim.
Pitching, I mean, the posts do a great job of that. One dribble and it gets out on the other side of the court.
It's the rebound, 1-2 dribble, and then get the outlet so that we can get an easy bucket off of it.
And even on a team with a bunch of seniors, those buckets are often made by 2 sophomores, forwards Addison Sear and Megan House.
I've been playing with her for a long time, so we've developed like a connection where you know where they're going to be.
I wouldn't be able to do it with anybody else. Addison rebounds and she gets after it. Lauren, she's great at displaying the ball to everybody else.
Lauren is Megan's older sister. The senior point guard is very proud of Megan's success. To a point.
It is pretty difficult for me being older than her. I come home, oh, I scored more than you today.
Moving on, the Lynx's 2 losses are against top teams Dexter and PVHS, but they picked up a buzzer-beater win over the Tigers, proving a lot. Plus, those types of games are great tournament prep.
The environment in those games is a lot like what you'll see in the Cross Center, just with the energy. It's just good to get those games in and get the experience.
And what an experience it would be for the Lynx to run through the Cross Center to their first regional title in program history.
I remember coming to these games when I was younger and watching, and I always thought, oh my gosh, this would be so cool. So to really do that, I think it would be incredible.
All righty.
All right, good stuff there. Can't wait to see that also at the Cross Center. Lucky us, looking forward to that. Also looking forward to this week's A Minute With. We caught up with Hamden Academy senior Lucy Wiles for all the questions we need the answers to.
Probably just Nike, just regular Nike shoes. I wear those every single day, so just the Nike brand. Michael Jordan, I don't know, he's just the GOAT. He's the greatest of all time, so. This doesn't sound very hype, but I listen to Noah Kahan playlist. Straight Noah Kahan. Cheez-Its. Cheez-Its, the cheddar jack. Strawberry shortcake. It's the best. Probably like Caillou. I don't even know. Caillou, maybe.
All right, some great stuff there. Not the biggest Caillou fan, but oh well.
Caillou's a brat. I'm just not going to say that right now.
Still more Fast Break to come. Stay with us.
the highly capable family of Hyundai SUVs. Lease an all-wheel drive 2024 Tucson for $239 per month. Visit buyhyundai.com today.
My father started a roofing company in the 1970s.
Back when asbestos was still commonly used in Maine.
When George was diagnosed with mesothelioma, we knew there wasn't a cure yet, but we knew he needed help.
We called Joe Bornstein's office because this family means business.
Their team is handling everything, representing Mainers who were victims of asbestos exposure.
We highly recommend the law offices of Joe Bornstein.
Call Joe today for a free case evaluation. There's never a fee unless you win.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
We're lucky to live in Maine. We have a wealth of natural resources, hardworking people, and time for the things that matter. Mechanical Services is all about Maine, with energy efficiency that protects our environment and helps businesses grow. Preventive maintenance and energy solutions that save money. How Maine is that? Mechanical Services. We're everywhere you are in Maine.
Who are you?
I'm no one.
Stop lying!
I'm just the cleaning lady.
The Cleaning Lady premieres Tuesday, March 5th on Fox.
All right, welcome back in. Tyler Cruz, Ryan Sudol here. It is time for our game balls represented by Coastal Auto Parts.
All right.
You got one. You go first.
My game ball of the night goes to Grace Jaffray of Ellsworth Girls Hoops, the junior scoring her 1,000th point on the night with 23 points. Straight up, this girl she just showed that she's one of the more complete players in the area. She can shoot the lights out, period, taking and often making from pro range like she did for that 1,000th point. I still can't believe she shot it from that long. She always goes hard in the paint as a forward too, not afraid to put her body on the line and close. And to know that she helped sell out that gym tonight and bring that community together means she's doing something right. Grace Jaffray,
now I will go with the Herman Hawks here. Not the best start to the season, but they look like a team that's figured some things out, and man, did they start hot tonight. They showed a lot in that first quarter, came out on fire, 9-1 run, getting steals, getting blocks, offensive rebounds. They can run, and if they get hot from outside, they can put up some points. Herman Hawks get my game ball for the night. All right, and that is all we have for the night. Joe James Chin was our You Gotta See This. No time for that. We hope you have a great rest of the evening.